Who can tell me what's wrong with this picture? I'll give you a hint. It's not this space in front of the door, or even this crunchy hole there that I just made worse. It's the fact that we have the driver's side door skin on the passenger side of the car. I want to get a sense, a feel, as to the shape and how close it is to the passenger side, to the fenders, to the quarter panel, so that we can fabricate a brand new pair of door skins for this Chrysler. If you're just tuning into this build, I'm Nick, and this is 1956 Chrysler that we bought as a four-door that was missing the passenger side doors. Story goes, body shop lost them. The owner, previous owner, he's doing a restoration on it, sent the doors out, and somehow the doors got lost. In the previous episodes, we've taken this car and shortened it down to a two-door with the proportions of a muscle car. That's right, we took about 8 inches out of here and almost 11 inches out of the back. I think 10 3/4. Today, like I mentioned, we're going to wheel up a brand new pair of door skins. It's actually going to involve some wheeling, some bending, some forming, and we're going to try and get them mocked up on the car. Once we get the general shape of the skin, we might just pin them up there temporarily and then get into other areas until I can wrap my head around what we need to do with that chrome. It's a little conundrum we've got to deal with. You might be saying, well, why don't you go out and buy a set of doors? 4 doors, 2 doors, whatever, just fill those holes in. Well, the doors from a 2-door are too long by about 2 or 3 inches, and 4 doors, like this one here, are too short. Now, in order to fabricate a new panel, we have to see exactly what's happening. They are pretty similar from side to side, so that's cool. This area here, we're going to wheel that up, wheel the top up, but this area through here is called a reverse curve. It has a dish outward and then drops down. And I've been looking at this line here. If I take this straight edge and line it up at the front edge of the door, like that, as well as the back edge, I notice that there's about a 3/16 to 1/4 inch rise in the center of the door. There's a bit of a crown here, upward. Now, this door has been de-hemmed from the driver's side door shell, so we're just working with the skin, so it's lost a bit of its shape. So this was probably out a little bit more, and that created a straight line for us. See, if you took this and you stuck it in a brake, this panel, and you took and bent it with a straight brake, when you put it on the car, hem it on the door shell, and you look at that line, you'll actually end up with a dip. Because that line, the door comes out and the line will dip down. What we need is a straight curve from the back of the car to the front. So that's why they have a bit of a rise here, so that when that comes out, that comes down, and that gives us our straight curve. Now we can approach the fabrication of this door skin one of several ways. We can make it out of 3 pieces, lower area, reverse curve, top portion, or we can do the crazy thing and make it all out of 1 piece. I'm kind of inclined to make it out of 1 piece. Reason why? To save a lot of welding. That's 8 feet of welding. I don't mind welding, but if I can save some work in welding, why not? So what we're going to do, we're going to wheel up this main area first and go to the brake. Ours is a special brake, and I'll show you why in a second, and create this curved line. Now you might be saying, a brake, curved lines? What are you talking about? I'll show you. And then once that's done, we'll get this reverse curve in here and then form up the top. When it comes to the top of the door, we won't be able to finish that in today's episode, unfortunately. There's a lot of work we have to do to rework this trim around the windshield to flow into the top of the door. We've laid this windshield back 2 inches, give it a more sleek appearance in the front, which caused this area to drop down about 7/8 of an inch. So the chrome used to sit up here, and the windshield, I'll show you on the other side, the chrome on the windshield is down here. So there's discontinuity between the 2 lines, and that's not going to work out. We've also deleted the quarter window that used to be here. We're going to have one piece glass go all the way up, clean up the side of the car. So we have to reform the top of the door, rework the trim, and have everything work together so that it doesn't look like anything's been done. Yeah, it's a bit tricky. You know, you change one thing and a whole bunch of other things change that you have to take into account. The back isn't too bad. That's going to come down. We'll have the new trim across the top of the door, and the back trim around the windshield is stock. We didn't do anything with that. Let's take a look at the brake. I'll show you the trim on the driver's side, and we'll get into wheeling door skins. Okay, here's our brake. Now, this front apron, we can adjust the curvature of that by tightening or loosening this big nut down here. So that'll allow more or less flex as you roll or bring this apron up like that. So that's what gives us the ability to create very slight, you can't do too much of a curve, but very slight curved features within door panels. We also have the ability to clamp pipes in here of various diameters. There's a couple down at the bottom, down in there, one there, a smaller one, a larger one, that we can clamp onto this edge here and bend up and over an edge. But when you do that, it actually becomes a straight line. But without that pipe in there, this apron will bend ever so slightly, giving us ability to bend up a curved line. This brake was built many years ago and has served us very well. On the driver's side, you can see I've got the chrome mocked up. Up here it's fitting in very well. And there's a top piece with the seal that goes to the back. That all works out. The tricky area is right here. This bottom edge used to sit up here, and there was a big honking piece of pot metal trim up here that used to blend in. I left this door top here just to, as a reference. This is going to be removed, and we're going to, reconfigure that. And this angle iron is where the trim used to bolt to. You can see how much we've lengthened the door. And we need to do some work in here because as the windshield dropped down, it actually went in as well. So this area is a bit lower than the door. So lots of changes happening. All that has to be figured out. We want to retain this structural piece in the top so that this door remains strong, doesn't flex. So all that has to be taken into account. We just don't wheel up a door skin, put it back on. Unfortunately, if you're doing a restoration, yeah, that wouldn't be too bad. But because we're prototyping all this and working everything in at the new levels, we have to reconfigure the top of the door. Might create a little seat for the new trim. We'll make new trim up to sit in here and blend into the back. I'll show you the inside of the door. See what I'm talking about. See that? Undercoating. It held a lot of moisture because I guess it cracked at some point, and whatever didn't fall away from rust stayed there, but everything else is really pitted. And essentially this door skin is garbage. It's only serving us as a template. I can't do too much to save that because by the time you blast this or do whatever, you might be seeing through the panel. The pits are pretty deep. this is the first pass with just a rag. And then I'm going to get some lacquer thinner and actually wash the sheet off. Make sure we have no grit anywhere. You don't want to get that grit between your anvils. It'll mess up your surface quality. Surface finish. Quality of the surface finish. All right. Will that work? Sure. Stand it up here. Gonna need some help with this. Want a very low crown panel here. Okay, let's stop here. All right guys, so as you can see, we have a very low crown panel. You probably can't even see it. It's so subtle, but we don't want bulges going down the side of the car from fender to door to quarter panel. So we're gonna stop here, wash it out, and then we're gonna try bending this top edge here, this feature line. What we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna work from the feature line outward, because as we're washing it, there will be a bit of panel development or curvature development happening. So if we start in the middle and work our way off the sheet, be more successful. We have a whole series of wheeling videos on the 44 that we built. I think there's 44 panels in total. You want to keep your passes really close together, basically an inch at a time. Yeah, it's talking.
That's something new, eh?
Yeah. The pressure's so light that we can basically slide the sheet and the handles won't move.
That's why they call it washing.
Oh, sorry. It's okay. Watch your pinkies. Last one. Okay. Okay. So there's our low crown panel wheeled up. Let's go try breaking this.
I am on the mark.
Okay, I'm pinched. Let's go in a little bit more. Up a little bit. Right there.
Oops, mine disappeared.
Yeah.
Right there. Ooh.
Right there. Yeah, that's that. Okay, so I think it's less than 90. It's open.
Yeah, it's not quite 90 yet.
Okay.
Yeah, touch more. A bit more.
Right there.
It does spring back.
Yeah.
I think we need a touch more. Ooh. Okay.
This wavy edge along the top, that's going to get taken care of later. When we roll it down to the door, we'll be trimming some of this away, reconfiguring it, and that wavy edge will disappear. Now, we need to pull the top down uniformly. What's happening? Let's try that. Always go a little more. There. We might have to tweak it a bit. Let's see what happens when we pull it out.
I think the radius is closer to the 90.
Let's try it.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, that kind of looks like what we need. The top of the door has more curvature here, and it has a little thing around the windshield.
Yeah, I think this has to come up more yet.
Yes, yes. So bend down.
Yeah. I'm looking at,
Okay.
You got that little test piece?
yeah, more of a radius in here.
Just watching what the metal does as we're manipulating it. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's see what happens on the car. Okay, well there we go. We need to increase the curvature of this radius a bit more. Oops, sorry.
I think we got to move that curvature
Down.
out a little
Yeah.
bit. Okay?
Yeah,
So
no
put it
problem.
back in the, put it back in the brake, and
Yep.
put a piece of pipe across there, and we'll go over the pipe. I'll keep the pipe in.
Okay, here we go. I'm hitting your arm, huh?
Yeah, that's all right.
That's better.
Just moved it out a little bit?
It did. Quite a bit.
Okay.
Let's try it.
Could go a hair more.
Hair more.
Yeah.
Creep up on it.
See,
Yep.
the creases up here, we got to.
And then the other thing, yeah, we have to bring it down. We also have to start bringing the top in. Well, that's very close, considering.
Yeah, that's pretty well almost bang on.
Nice and slow. Gotta see that pop?
Yeah, it's looking for its natural relief point.
Okay, torque the panel a little bit more. That's it. Okay, that's it. That's looking pretty good. We need to roll the top.
Yeah.
let's go end for end and wash it out and give that a try.
Okay.
We don't want to develop too much curvature in this panel. Not sure if you guys can see it, but we have a little bit of crown already happening. We'll wash it out, we'll try it. This door is pretty straight, pretty flat, pretty low crown. Now by washing, we're just applying very, very light pressure. Getting close. We touched it. There we go. Okay. Let's go this way.
Okay.
That way.
You want to wash it again?
Just part ways. Okay, that's it. Out we go. One door skin. Might not look like we wheeled very much because we didn't wheel very much. Just a little bit. And we have a nice curve happening. But we don't want the panels to be doing this down the side of the car, from the fender to the door to the quarter panel. We want it to be a nice straight line. So let's transpose this line on the other side.
Yeah.
And break it.
Okay.
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 Yeah. Line right there. Yeah. The line's visible.
Split the mark.
No, make it visible. Oh.
Double check it.
You're a little bit further. No, we're okay. Just got to pull mine ahead a bit. Okay, yep. So this is going to be just under 90, right?
Yeah. And you've got your blade set back a little bit.
Yeah, we want a soft radius.
Okay.
Nice and gentle. Oh, rubbing a little bit there. A little more. Okay.
Okay. Now, piece of pipe.
Yeah, this should be that one. Yes. Oh yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to look at that?
Yeah.
How does it feel?
Doesn't feel too bad.
That turned out well.
Yeah.
This is cut off that rear door. We have to tighten up a little bit more. Just bring it in. But then, this is good here.
All the way along.
That's nice.
All we need is this curvature
Up there.
here. Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. And if we have to tweak this,
We can go a little touch more, I think, in here.
okay.
so that we can get this to roll. Normally, to get that slight little crown or rise in the center of the door, it's only about 1/8 of an inch. A normal brake is not quite as adjustable. This one has the adjustability on it. We can torque it more because it's braced to the ends. We push the center out a bit more, and it gives us that little bit of deflection that we need. This was a brake that was custom made.
Custom made.
Yeah, custom made, yeah.
Okay, so we're going to give it a little bit more.
Yeah.
I don't want to go too far.
Okay, now, I think put your hand in underneath here like this.
Yes.
Yeah, and just push the outer.
Oh, yes. Okay. Okay. But this panel's got to go this way now.
Yeah, but we need that initial.
Oh, the lead up to it.
Yeah. Okay, let's take a look at that. Okay. Now, it looks like it made it worse, right?
Well, at the moment, yeah, because we don't have this curvature in the panel.
That's right.
So that's the next step. Very slight curvature here. Keep. Stop. Okay. Okay. Look at that.
How does it compare with the sample? It's coming awfully close.
It's dead on. Never mind close.
Yeah.
So
we can give it a little bit more through here.
All right.
Okay.
We've left a lot of excess material because we're not sure where that top of the door is going to fall and how much we need to roll around for the chrome piece that I was talking about earlier. So a lot of that will be trimmed away. You can see the blue line, and I just gave it extra. So let's bend it, like you said, right through here.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be it. Scratch the paint.
Oh my gosh.
That's it.
Looks pretty darn close, eh?
Okay, that moment of truth. Let's see how it looks on the car. That's what's going to tell us what's going on. Okay, one more pass and out. That's it. All right, let's try it. Wow. Okay, managed to get a clamp up at the top to hold it. And at first blush, it looks like we're where we need to be. When you come in from this side, you can see that this radius needs to move out towards the edge a little bit because we have a bit of a gap right there. So I'll just put in the brake again and
just move this part
upward.
a little bit.
Yeah, it's probably when we were manipulating this area that it leveled out a bit. So let's stand back and take a look at the feature. It slid down a little bit. Not too shabby. This top, we're gonna have to trim away for the windshield and work all that in, because right now that post is pushing the panel up. So, okay, let's make that adjustment. All right guys, check this out. We've got the driver's side door skin mocked up in place. We are sitting up on top of this one, so it's throwing a little bit, but check out the curvatures. It's following the door very well. And we don't have a big bulge here because we don't need it. This is flowing right directly into that front fender. So So there we go. So now,
Get much closer than that.
no, that's beautiful. So now the job is going to be to rework this A-pillar area, trim away some material, and finish the top of the door. But meanwhile, we can stand back and take a look at this while my dad holds the panel for us. Hit the like button to thank my dad for holding it for us so patiently. So you want to come down a little bit?
Yeah, I want to go down.
Okay. Okay, I think that's looking good, eh?
Perfect.
Yeah. We'll have to,
This will roll in. It's sitting there quite nice.
yeah.
That's sitting perfectly flat. Look at that.
Yeah.
It's following that fender perfectly.
Okay, looking good. Just trying to sight down the side of the car. That looks pretty darn straight. We fill this corner in or this hole in, that'll improve things a lot. Now we're missing the back edge of this door, so this is again arbitrary for the moment. When we get the structure done, we'll know a lot more. Check that out. That is keeping us out, just same as before. And
Cut off.
yeah, that's it.
But this is beautiful.
Follows the door perfectly. Okay, here we're sliding a little bit. It's slippery. All right, guys. So that's pretty much all we can do at this point for these doors in this video. Check out part B and C when we actually get more done up there and finalize the tops of the doors and then get them hemmed onto the door structures when they're finished. Thanks a lot for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. Until next time, guys, take care.
Thanks for watching.
Okay, good. Got it?
Yep. Against the shelving unit?
Yeah. Just when you thought we were done, I'd like to show you one more thing on this door panel that you might have not seen earlier. You see how this feature on the fender right here kind of starts off very subtle, very shallow. As it moves back towards the rear of the car, it increases, the taper increases, and let's get around this post. As we move in towards the door, it consistently increases to a little wider depth than here at the front. So it wasn't just a simple stick a pipe in the brake and bend it. We had to incorporate that taper into this door skin, and that's where the trick lies. Because it's easy to bend a panel and have it look like a Jeep, but this one has a convex shape outward. The curve is straight as it goes back from the front of the car, and we have a taper that starts from this width and increases as it goes to the back of the door.
And we also maintain the slight crown in this.
Yeah, so if we stand back, you won't notice a dip in that door in the center. It continues from the front to the back, and there's no dips. And check out those reflections. The bottom of the trough, like we're not even mounted on the structure. This is just held in by hand. And the reflection there at the top of the fender, where Dad's right hand is. It's looking good. Okay.
And the reflection through here.
So we thought you'd find that interesting, the little taper.